where I am going to show you a strategy to make money, hopefully. 95% of the people lose money. The reason 95% of individuals lose money in the stock market is that both highly intelligent and not so smart people can profit from it. However, the majority of the population falls in between, lacking extreme intelligence or a lack thereof, which is why they struggle to make money in the stock market. And here, I'm going to give you a strategy. Currently, I have a somewhat bearish outlook on the market. I base this view on my analysis of market trends. Looking ahead, the next few months could be challenging. Over the past 4 months, Nifty has experienced significant growth, going from 60,800 to 20,000. However, the upcoming challenges are linked to the intense competition in 5 state elections that will take place over the next 1 or 2 months. The outcomes of these elections will be known around December's first week or the last part of November. During this period, increased volatility and uncertainty are expected. To navigate this situation, an individual with a similar view can explore strategies for making some profit over the next 4 or 5 months. In this scenario, with the Nifty for December expiry, my bearish outlook leads me to consider buying a put option. Specifically, I'm looking at the 21,000 put option. However, there's a challenge with this approach. While buying the 21,000 put option can provide an intrinsic value of about 1,500 points when the market is currently around 19,700, it requires a substantial upfront payment, approximately 100 rupees. The concern here is that if my view turns out to be incorrect and the market surpasses 21,000, the entire investment would be lost, amounting to 1,000 rupees per share or 50,000 rupees per lot. To address this, I opt for an option selling strategy. Instead of purchasing the 21,000 put option, I will aim to recoup the same 1,000 rupees by selling other options. Specifically, I intend to sell 3 lots of the 19,000 put option. This strategy is referred to as a put ratio, with a 1:3 put ratio being implemented. Examining the chart, it's evident that this strategy can yield profits as long as the Nifty index stays within the range of 18,300 to 20,300. The key advantage is that even if the market surpasses 20,300, there's no cause for significant concern as losses are capped. You'd only face unlimited losses if the market were to plummet below 18,000. The outlook here is bearish, but not overly pessimistic. When considering the margin requirements, the estimated margin amount appears to be 1,30,000 rupees. However, the accurate margin should be closer to 200,000 rupees. This discrepancy stems from the fact that you're buying 1 option and selling 3, which provides a margin benefit. This strategy involves holding 2 naked put options. So to balance the risk, you'll sell 2 naked call options. The margin benefits here are noteworthy. When you sell a put option, you're typically required to pay both span margin and exposure margin, amounting to approximately 80,000 and 20,000 rupees, respectively. The same applies when selling a call option. However, if you engage in both put and call options simultaneously, your span margin on one side becomes 0 because the market can't move in opposite directions at the same time. In this scenario, you'd only need to pay exposure margin. Consequently, by selling 2 lots of the 21,000 put option call option, the margin requirement remains relatively low. So, to summarize the strategy, buy the 21,000 put option, sell 3 lots of the 19,000 put option, and sell 2 lots of the 21,000 put option call option. The probability of profit stands at around 66%, with a maximum profit potential of about 30%. Even if the view doesn't fully materialize, assuming a 50% achievement of the maximum profit, you can still attain a respectable 15% return. Over a 3-month period, a 15% return equates to around 5% per month, which is a noteworthy performance. In Twitter, people can come and say, "I made this much money. I made this much money." However, SEBI's data tells a different story. Approximately 95% of traders end up losing money. Making a consistent return of 5% per month is a commendable achievement, especially when you consider the high-risk nature of the market. These margins seem accurate. However, this margin requirement of about 2 lakhs is correct, while if you sell both put and call options, your margin is reduced to approximately 1 lakh. My close friends often have different risk appetites when it comes to trading. Some are high-risk takers who prefer not to hedge their bets. However, others are more risk-averse and are concerned about unexpected market shocks, often referred to as black swan events. For those who prefer limited risk, they can implement strategies that involve buying protective options. For example, if you anticipate a market drop of 500 or 1,000 points, you could buy a put option to limit your potential losses. Similarly, if you expect the market to rise significantly, you can buy a call option to hedge against a major upward movement. Now, if my view is bullish, not bearish case, I am bullish on the market, so my approach would be different. In a similar December contract scenario, I would buy a 19,000 call option. These call options typically cost around 1,200 rupees. To make the most of this strategy, I would aim to collect back that same 1,200 rupees. But here's the catch. The 21,000 call options are trading at 1,200 rupees, while the 20,500 call options are not available. To overcome this, I might need to use a 1:4 call ratio. I'd start by selling 3 naked put options. For this, I might select an 18,000 put option and a 19,000 put option. It's a net debit strategy since I'm not receiving a credit, so I would adjust the premium accordingly. In this setup, my risk would be confined between 19,000 and 21,700 put option. If the market goes above 21,700, I could incur losses. Conversely, if the market goes lower, I'd be in a favorable position. This strategy could yield roughly 40% profit, with a margin requirement of around 80,000 rupees, allowing for profits in both bullish and bearish scenarios. If you're neutral and neither bearish nor bullish, you can combine both the bearish and bullish strategies. By doing so, you can profit regardless of the market's direction. The margin required for this combined strategy is approximately 5 lakhs, with a potential profit of 22%. The goal here is to make a consistent return each month, while having flexibility to adapt to market movements. However, it's important to note that all investments in the stock market come with risks. There are no guarantees of profit, and losses are also possible. If you experience losses, please do not blame me, but if you make a profit, feel free to express your appreciation. To summarize, the stock market can be challenging, and the majority of traders do not achieve consistent gains. The strategies discussed here offer potential ways to mitigate risks and generate profits, but they are not without their own set of challenges and uncertainties. Please use these strategies with caution and consider seeking advice from a financial advisor or conducting thorough research before implementing them in your trading activities. Thank you for watching.